Come join Figure Skating Land as we talk about Lombardia Trophy and Alexandra Trusova's return to skating. I want to preface this video with saying that I was unable to see all the performances at Lombardia Trophy, so some disciplines the discussion will be much smaller than the others. First, let's talk about the women's event. As many of you all know, Amber Glenn is the winner here. She opened up her short program to a triple axel, which is the first time that she has done this in competition, I believe. I thought at first that I wasn't going to like her music selection, but I really do think it's really unique on the ice. And I really like this program, though I have an unpopular opinion that maybe it could be a little less empty in parts. I was so proud of Amber here in the free skate. I know some of you had mentioned that she had made some mistakes here, but if you think about it, in the past, we've noticed that she'll do a triple axel beautifully, have a couple jumps that go correct, and then as the program goes on, especially after the step sequence, you see that some kind of hang up or some distraction has gotten in the way. Here, what we noticed is she was able to do the triple axel, and then she did all of her jumps. There weren't any pops. She didn't seem to lose her focus, and this just made me incredibly pleased for her. I know that she's opened up about, doing neurotherapy, and I'm a neuropsychologist, but I'm not quite sure what that entails. But I also know a factor that she has is ADHD, and that can really impact someone's ability to stay focused. And I think a lot of the time, people may be attributing all of her, difficulties in the program to maybe anxiety or some kind of holdup, but not really thinking about how much, ADHD is really going to interfere with someone being able to stay focused through a whole entire program. So I am so pleased for her here. And the silver medalist was Sarah Everhart. I really enjoyed her river dance, and I must admit, though, it's hard sometimes to watch a river dance and not compare them to Jason Brown, but I still think that her sequence and the slide that's coming up in a bit was just really cool to watch. I read a lot of comments talking about her skating skills, but I think, that she's still fairly young, and as she ages, that will continue to improve, because I've noticed an improvement since last year. What I think we should be keeping in mind is she may be kind of a dark horse for nationals. And for the bronze medal, it goes to Kiari Sakamoto. She's someone that tends to peak later on in the season, so I'm really not too worried about her here. I really liked her short program, and one thing I kept thinking about was, wow, I can't wait to see her in person again, because the camera really doesn't do her skating justice. It is just so amazing to see in person. I think her long program will grow on me after a while, but it does seem that it would be kind of an exhausting program. There's a lot packed into it, and I think as she peaks later on in the season that she is going to have better stamina to kind of complete every single task. She had a fall, but again, I'm not too worried because later on in the season, that'll likely be rectified. But again, she's still just such an amazing skater. Just her speed and her edges, and I'm obsessed always with her double axel, especially in person. I always take a moment and think, did she just do a triple? But nope, it's just her magical double axel. As for the men's skate, I really want to preface this and say I only got to see the top two skaters. And so just because I leave somebody out doesn't mean that I think they didn't do awesome. It just means I couldn't see them. As you all may know, Ilya won the gold. I know a lot of people have been talking about his skating skills, but I do see that he has been making improvements, and you can just tell that he's been working on it. And also I've noticed that since he's been skating two songs that it seems like he really likes, that he puts a whole lot more emotion into his programs. And so I really do think he's working on the artistry. His free program, which is also posted on my channel, I was actually really excited when I watched it, especially the backflip. I think, once he throws in that quad axel, it is going to be very difficult for anyone to beat. And it is just such an awesome time to get to watch figure skating. This was the only clip that I was able to watch for ice dance. So please comment and let me know which ice dance programs I need to be looking out for and which ones maybe have some breakout performances at this. I will say that I'm hoping that the rhythm dance theme will grow on me, but for now it really is hard to really pay attention to that many sock hop 50 style programs, and I'm just hoping that maybe there's someone that's unique within the mix of all this. And as for the pairs, I really didn't get to see that many programs. I did get to see Riku and Raichi. And, for their short program, I actually really liked it. And I felt like this was a good song for them. But as we all know, the free program, which I posted on my page, just didn't go well. I read that he was bruised, but I'm not quite sure, what happened when it came to the lift. But I am chalking this up to this is the start of the season, and hopefully as time goes on, just like last year, they improve, especially when it comes to thinking about the worlds. A quad toe loop, and I'm not too concerned when any skater has either a step out or a fall on a quad jump, but I just love watching him skate and cannot believe I forgot to shout him out earlier. And now to shift gears a little bit, I was excited to see Alexandra Trusova and Ilona Kostanaya over this weekend because I didn't think I would see them skate again ever since 2022. I liked Sasha Trusova's short program. I feel like that she really displayed that she has been working on her artistry. And I know she got off the ice and discussed how she felt like she did terrible. But I really think, this program had some, understandable mistakes that you would see for someone who hasn't been skating competitively for a bit. Now, for her long program, I got a little nervous when I just saw maybe the atmosphere between her husband and everyone, just kind of the looks on their faces and how nervous she looked when she got out there. I feel like for the long program, she may have resorted to a jump drill, which I was a little surprised to see because she only had 2 quads. But it really seems like once, maybe she gets nervous or in her head, and this is not me, talking as a psychologist, it's just me talking about kind of behavioral observations, so I'm not assigning any diagnosis to her, but it seems that something gets in the way and she just resorts to jump, and then once it's all over, then she can let loose a little bit. And so I'm hoping kind of some more run-throughs of the program, kind of rebuilding her stamina, that she will, be able to show that artistry side in her long program as well. But I just have such a soft spot for her because she is such a fighter. And I saw Alana skate to her OG short program, and I must say I was excited, but it's really hard not to compare her current performance to such an iconic program. But I think the problem with me watching it is that 2019 performance was truly just one of my favorite programs ever. And it is one that I'll still pull up to show people when wanting to really get them into figure skating. I also saw that Paulina Edmonds got married this weekend, so congratulations. And that is it for my first skating analysis video. If there were any point where the camera kind of went out, it's because these little bubbies here were so excited to disrupt me. Like and subscribe because I'm going to be doing more of these videos throughout this figure skating season.